Okay, well, you knew Ironheart was coming out, and this is the type of Marvel shit, Star Wars shit, or whatever shit it comes from in the, modern entertainment sphere that I just don't give a fuck about. It's like I just do not give a flying fuck about this entertainment anymore. And it's for a very important reason. It's number one is because it's almost like they make it to just piss people off. And it's almost like this DEI experiment is becoming so ingrained in our culture that it's just simply providing opportunities to people who never even deserved them in the first place. And that isn't that what DEI is all about? It's just giving something to someone just because they're a certain race or, culture. It's just wrong. And many people, way more people than defend it, feel the same way as me. It's just it's just made simply to prove a point. What point? Who knows? Now, Ironheart was deeply rejected as a comic. It's a very recent comic. People always wanted to push it. Yay, we got Black Iron Woman now. But you know what? Is the TV show is the new Acolyte. This is Marvel's Acolyte moment. It's gonna be so shitty. It's gonna piss off. I've seen black creators hate this. Because like they got to be thinking to themselves, be like, "Fuck, man, why do they got to embarrass us like this?" And it's not good representation. It's terrible representation. Look at this woman's fucking face. Now, if Ironheart wasn't already hated enough, and it has an astounding 2 times dislike ratio on YouTube, comments just absolutely flooded the sphere of, hatred here. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. You don't even know what to even think about anymore. Look at it, it's higher. That dislikes is crazy. Shareholders, how much more money are we going to lose? CEO, yes. No kidding. Now, this all always to me seems like some kind of money laundering. They don't care about the money. They don't give a shit about the money anymore. They get it from some blank check from some Disney fucking DEI office. And these people are like the epitome of DEI. It's just DEI fucking garbage. And these people are DEI garbage. And the reason that they decide to do these things is because, yeah, they just get, look, you got the idiot asshole white dude, you got the fucking, guy of who knows what ethnicity, and they're the absolutely annoying two fucking black women. Now this is your new Iron Man. And to make matters worse, I love Robert Downey Jr. He's a great actor. And in many ways, you can't even blame the guy, because if someone gave you $100 million and said, say this, say that, say whatever, say that you like Ironheart, I'd probably do it myself. And that's the problem with this types of shit, is that I don't know. I feel bad for him because he was really like put on the spot, and he's obviously just being used as a tool. And now we've seen things such as Avengers Doomsday is going to be all about Ironheart being better than fucking him. We're not gonna get Avengers Doomsday for a long fucking time. A long fucking time. So I mean, this is all just gonna exist in our sphere. Everybody's gonna hate Ironheart. It's gonna get canceled. Nobody's gonna like it. Nobody's gonna watch it. They just shit it out. They're gonna try and force feed us this character. But when Robert Downey Jr. came on this Good Morning America thing and saying, "I love Ironheart," and he's like reading from a script of what to say, it's just sad. It's such a low point in such a great career, man. It's such a low point. And when I saw him do that, and when I saw him talking about like the anti-Trump stuff, I'm just thinking, I'm like, man, you have fucking gone back 20 years. Robert Downey Jr. was just, yeah, and maybe that's the thing. He's getting older. He's won Oscars and made he's got hundreds of millions of dollars. The dude is just gonna sit back and say, I'm out of this one. And he's not gonna make a stink about the fucking DI shit. He's just at same the two sides of it. Like, number one, you can't fault him as an actor for just playing the script. That's what actors do, is they just read a script. And that's what he's doing in this situation. But at the same time, man, you cannot tell me that he thinks that this is good shit. He knows, and he knows it's garbage. So, Robert Downey Jr., man, and look at Kotaku. Oh, Kotaku's just fucking jacking themselves off over this. Because this is, I would assume, everybody would assume that Robert Downey Jr. is a right-leaning person. He probably was at one point in his life. But as he got more successful, he decided that he was just going to say, fuck it, money. And that's kind of what he did. So, I mean, yeah, it's sad. It really is sad. But yeah, Robert Downey Jr. apparently likes Ironheart. And, you're a critical drinker, is this is gonna fuel so many YouTube careers. And this like, it's a whole ecosystem nowadays of this shit. It's just a whole ecosystem of people who, one person likes it, and like there's a tiny group of people that like it, and this huge group that fucking hates it, and they just exist off this rage bait. And it's what I like to call, it's racial rage bait. They know that there's a tiny demographic of Marvel fans that are black. They know that there's this gigantic base of Marvel fans that are white, regular people, or what a lot of people would say right-leaning or far right. It's just this sad undertone of, they love to just take what we love and make it stupid, and make black culture assimilate with it. And it's like, there's no side of Marvel that is like hip hoppy and like gangstery, and like there's just like, that's not what Marvel's about. And I admit fully off the bat, I'm not a big superhero fan. I could take, I've said many times that I really like the original Avengers things. I think it was like, what a great adaptation that superhero stuff actually made it. And it started with Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. But like Star Wars, it's evolved into this whole, let's put black characters in it, let's put gay characters in it, just because, there's like, it's a small unrepresented group and they deserve their sign in the lifeline. Like, no. Like, what about white men? Like, don't white men deserve to still be in the limelight? Like, is that what you're trying to say by this cringe ass picture? Ooh, where'd my suit go? Ooh, Ironheart. You stole Robert Downey Jr.'s suit, you bitch. So I mean, it's horrible shit. It's sad to see Robert Downey Jr. in that state. And I gotta say, like, he looks older. He looks older. Robert Downey Jr. was riding high on this look for a long time. But this is him getting into his older phase, going, you know what? I'm out. I'm out of the game. I'll make whatever appearances you want in it, but he doesn't have to try anymore. He's one of the most celebrated actors in history. He's made all this money. He doesn't have skin in the game anymore, and that's what really kind of that's what really kind of is sad sometimes to see, is that look at him in Robert Downey Jr.'s prime was just an absolute force to be reckoned with. In many ways, he still is. But you got him doing shit like this, and he's just like, he's the same as, what's his name? Fuck. this is even a worse, more tragic story. But yeah, you got Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker. He's just an utter shell of himself. Just read from the fucking script. And I can't blame him because, like, I would love to make it one day. And I gotta say, like, if I had hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank and I was this big famous celebrity, I just wouldn't really care anymore. Sure, if you want me to spend 15 minutes reading a quick script, Disney pays me $2 million, sure. And that's the influence that these bigger companies have that is so sickening. Is that, oh, now you got all these black women getting paid for this stupid fucking shit, and it's like, you're just fueling more diversity, you're fueling more woke bullshit into the ecosystem, and this shit just keeps growing. It's like the something replace something theory is like, yeah, I mean, so what, in 10, 15 years, are we just gonna have superhero movies about black people and gay people? Is it gonna be like against the code of ethics in Hollywood now? Because one could argue it almost is nowadays, that it's like it's offensive to make a smart, noble black white man. Yeah, what the fuck is that thing? I think that was this the one that they were doing a trans character in? I don't know. Anyways, but that's another whole side of it. You got Latinos, and it's like they don't count Asian people as diverse. Like, Asian people aren't diverse. It's just black and gay and women. So stupid. Bring back the great times of Hollywood when it was, the way that these people were not like at the center of everything. You know what I mean? There were good actors, of course, but we've gotten to a time in history when it's just sad watching this woke bullshit swallow up some people who are just so great. It's just sad. And it's almost like these platforms like YouTube and TikTok and, like even the bigger platforms, Instagram, it's like they'll probably cast on their algorithm, white creator puts tons of effort, work into his videos, but yet there's a black dude just taking random videos in his bedroom, and then they'll be like, the algorithm will like pick it up and like, young black creator must put it at top of algorithm, bring it to the top. So I mean, it's creating this position in our society where it's making it so that it's easier for some people to get ahead and harder for other people to get ahead. I know for a fact that there are hundreds of movie studios that wouldn't hire me for fucking shit because I'm a right-leaning male, white male, straight male. So what's it gonna take eventually? Is everybody gonna have to dress up as fucking women one day to make it in this world? It's ridiculous. It's absolute ridiculous shit. And yeah, you really gotta wonder how these people, want to just kiss their careers goodbye. I mean, they're not going to lead to a generation where it's easy for other people like them to get ahead. It's trying to replace what people truly want. And it's like, I gotta admit, like, I find no interest in a story about, two black chicks who think they're better than everyone else. Like, that's just like, I'm not gonna watch that. Like, that is not in my itinerary. It's like, and a lot of men feel the exact same fucking way as me. They're just not going to be dealt that card. Like, that's not how we do it. Now, you want to give it a story like The Thing, where it's got like fucking, cool black characters, Blade, that are, these really well developed, really well mannered people. Yeah, sure, I'd love that. But, in many ways, they're just not going to make those things anymore because now DEI is all about just making other people better than other people by default, because of the color of their skin, which in itself is racism, in my opinion. Racism works both ways, you know? It's like one side is not completely immune from racism for some reason. Like making one person better than everyone else because of the color of skin is racism in itself. Like that is the definition of racism. So I don't know. Ironheart is a type of thing where it's just so laughable. It's so silly. It's so stupid. It's such a sign of the times. It's a sign of our culture as humans in this, media sphere that, you're just having people just simply get everything just because the world has just decided that they deserve more. And nobody's gonna take it. People are gonna fucking rip this shit apart, guaranteed. And I'm gonna laugh every fucking step of the way. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Ironheart.